Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Celente, and it's Thursday, November 16th. And once again, we're extremely honored to have with us Judge Andrew Napolitano, a real American, a defender of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, but not only a defender of it, an expert in knowledge of what it is, what it represents, and really how we've lost it. Judge, thanks so much for being on today.
Gerald, it's a pleasure to be with you, my dear friend. Thank you for having me.
And I love being on with you because what you say and you give, nobody else in your position with the authority and knowledge is doing what you're doing. And you have an article.
Your viewers should know that these podcasts that we do every week, for me, are the highlight of the week. But they're just the tip of the iceberg of our relationship because we have these conversations without a camera and a microphone all the time.
Yep. And we have great times together. You know, Judge, you wrote an article here about again how they're robbing us of our rights and more looking into every aspect of our lives that they have no business doing. And it's about the FBI and zero click. And before we go into that, let's go back. You read an article, another great article, as with this one, about how they've set up all these agencies that are robbing us of our freedom and our peace. And one of them was about, after 9/11, how they created Homeland Security. And what the hell is Homeland Security done for our security? Please tell me. And I think you also mentioned that they have somewhat 250,000 employees.
Yes, 240,000 cops, really, and support personnel for the cops. This is a federal police department, which dwarfs the FBI. There's only 8 FBI agents. There are 240,000 federal cops that work. They don't all wear uniforms, and some of them are support staff that have given the federal government extraordinary authority to inveigle their way in all sorts of human endeavors, nowhere contemplated under the Constitution. All of this came in the administration of George W. Bush. Throw in the education department, also not countenanced by the Constitution. That only has 4,400 bureaucrats, but they regulate and give out money to local school boards, so they have extraordinary control. Used to be had the PTA, the Parent Teachers Association, then you had an elected local school board. Forget about it. They're all in lockstep to Albany and Trenton, New York and New Jersey first, and then to the federal government. Madison and Jefferson would be flipping in their graves because there is just no authority whatsoever for a federal police department and for federal control of education. Think about it. If they can control what is taught in the schools, they can control the minds of young people as they grow up and become voting adults.
And that's exactly what happened in this past election.
Yes.
You had a lot of young people that are brainwashed into believing and swallowing crap that they shoved down their throat and put in their minds. And a lot of them went out to vote this year, voting for things that they know nothing about and really know the details of. And so that it's working. And then when you look at all these bureaucrats, as I call them, because the people that get into government and take these jobs, most of them can't get a job in the real world. So they suck into the political system. So now you have your voters, because they're not going to vote for the other guy or the other woman. They're going to vote for the ones that pay their salary.
Correct.
That's what's building it as well. So you have this article in here about also how our rights are being stolen from us and how they're spying on us by the FBI.
I mean, the FBI has become a domestic surveillance organization, the goal of which is not to fight crime, but to anticipate and predict crime. And one of the tools that the FBI has used to do this is called zero click. ZeroClick was developed by an Israeli software company. The FBI under Trump. I can't imagine Trump knew about it. I don't even think Jim Comey knew about it. I don't know what Comey knew, but some high-ranking management in the FBI bought this software for $5 million, and they began experimenting with it from a warehouse in New Jersey. ZeroClick means that the owner of the software can download whatever is in the target's computer, desktop or mobile device, without tricking the target into clicking on it. So they experimented with this. The Senate Intelligence Committee, Senator Ron Wyden, who's a hard lefty, but who is the fiercest defender of civil liberties in the entire Senate right now. He got wind of it, dragged Chris Wray before the Senate Intelligence Committee, testified in secret. Chris Wray, the director of the FBI, said, "Oh, don't worry about it. We just got it because we want to know how it works in case the bad guys use it." Baloney. But the Senate Intelligence Committee fought that nonsense. Then Joe Biden became president. To his credit, he heard about it. He said to the Attorney General, "You're not using it. Get rid of it. It's unconstitutional." So they stopped using it, we thought. Then some reporters filed Freedom of Information Act requests with the FBI, and they got court documents showing that it has been used, emails from high-ranking DOJ and FBI people showing how they showcased this. So now Senator Wyden's saying, well, Director Wray, you misled us under oath. You said it was only bought so you could see how it worked, and now it turns out you're experimenting on unwitting Americans. There's no search warrant here. They just plugged this stuff in. They were in New Jersey. For all I know, they downloaded everything that's from my mobile device. How the hell would I know? They just did this without a search warrant and got all this information about these people, and you misled us under oath. And by the way, your FBI agents have engaged in a conspiracy to perpetrate computer hacking. So you misled us under oath, and your agents are conspiring to commit the crimes that they're supposed to investigate. This is a rogue organization, in my view, uncountenanced by the Constitution. It should be defunded and disbanded. Let the states investigate crimes. It's not a federal function. Was never intended under the Constitution. This is an example of a totalitarian government.
You said, that